has heavy glass, stick incense, and burners. Cloud9 has tapestry, beaded curtains, and verses, too. It's smoking at Cloud9. Must be 18 years or older to purchase smoking accessories. Come on by 117 Cotton Street, West Monroe. Cloud9. Have you been there lately?
Bienville Family Clinic offers an array of primary health services to the families of our region. Our providers and staff stand ready to assist you and your family with professional and compassionate service. Bienville Family Clinic offers transportation services to our facility from Arcadia and surrounding communities. If you know someone without transportation or a medical provider, please let them know about us. Bienville Family Clinic, next to Bienville Medical Center in Arcadia. Call today, 263-7970. Do you need more space to store stuff? Come check out the Dirksen Portable Buildings at Webster Boat Sales. Dirksen sets the standard with buildings in whatever size you want, customized just the way you want, with windows, doors, and more, starting as low as $11.95 for an 8x10. Purchase or rent to own and ask about a free metal roof upgrade. And for the kids, see the adorable Dirksen Playhouses. Nothing beats a Dirksen Portable Building from Webster Boat Sales in Minden on Highway 80 West.
Hello!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Are you ready?
Get in, sit down, shut up, and hold on.
Big Z Country, Z107.5.
Got my eye on the deacon's daughter, but I'm diesel fuel and she's holy water. She don't like boys that drink, cuss, and chew. That's why I'm here, Lord, calling on you. I know I ain't been living like I ought to. Lord, I swear that she can make me want to. Maybe asking you for more than I should, but just give me this girl and I'm good. That ATV would have sure been dandy. A bigger boat would have come in handy. But I'm so glad you held out on me, 'cause now I see what I really need. I know I ain't been living like I ought to. Lord, I swear that she can make me want to. Maybe asking you for more than I should, but just give me this girl and I'm good. I swear that she can make me want to. Maybe asking you for more than I should. Lord, just give me this girl and I'm good. I know I ain't been living like I ought to. Lord, I swear that she can make me want to. Maybe asking you for more than I should, but just give me this girl and I'm good. Yeah, just give me this girl and I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. She can make me want. Just give me this girl. I'm good.
Well, it's about that time on Z107.5 for Southern Outdoors on your radio dial. It ain't just hunting, it's a way of life, from them Louisiana swamps to them skyscraping pines. talking about bass, bucks, ducks, squirrels, turkeys, and hogs, Gulf Coast fishing and gigging bullfrogs. We talk about it all. It's about that time for Southern Outdoors. It's a way of life for the backwoods country folks. From the deer stand to the duck blind, here in Sportsman's Paradise. It's Southern Outdoors on Z1075.
Here's the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show with your hosts, Brandy Watson and Todd Causey.
Welcome to your Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show. I'm your host, Todd Causey. Got in the studio tonight, Mr. Dan Lord with Needles with us. Normally y'all hear Brandy bring us in on the show, but she's actually traveling on business at the Louisiana Broadcasters Conference, and she won't be here with us tonight. But we're gonna try to do her proud and still have a good show.
I mean, Brandy's not here.
No, she's off doing business, taking care of her other stuff, you know. But
she noticed you're not here, Brandy.
I'm sure she's listening. She was going to get something to eat a while ago and was going to listen on her phone. So hope we do a good job, make her proud. I'm sure we will. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about NELA and 3D archery. We're going to talk about turkey season, which is coming up. March 22nd, opening up in all three areas. We got Uncle Earl's coming up. That's a big event. Y'all have heard us talk about that a lot on the show. We got the Louisiana Swiner's Outdoor Wild Boar Roundup. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And you brought some information for us to talk about, too.
I did.
What you got there?
Well, we've got the Louisiana State Games that's coming this year. It's something new that we're going to talk about. The Northeast Louisiana Archery Association, we've got some stuff to talk about it tonight. And we're going to talk a little bit about turkey hunting.
That's going to be exciting. I actually did some scouting this weekend for some hogs and found, a ton of turkey signs. I actually on Saturday seen some birds crossing the road, but I seen tracks everywhere I went. I'm hunting for hog tracks, and all I'm finding is turkey tracks.
Well, you know how it works. When you go deer hunting, all you see is squirrels.
That's exactly right. I had the problem during deer season. I'm out there deer hunting, and all I'm getting is hogs eating my corn, pictures of hogs, and then as soon as deer season's over, the hogs quit eating the corn, and now the deer's eating it.
Yep. So sometimes it's nice to be able to at least see tracks and know that they're there.
That's exactly right. That's what keeps you coming back.
That's right.
If you didn't have to hunt on them and wait on them, then it wouldn't be hunting, would it?
No, it wouldn't.
We just call it harvesting.
That's right.
But got a lot of stuff to talk about. Tell us, you do some turkey hunting, don't you, Dan?
Oh yeah, I love turkey hunting. That's by far my favorite.
Tell us a little bit about turkey hunting. How you like to do it? What's your best way to take turkeys?
Well, with a shotgun.
With a shotgun. I hear you.
It takes a lot of skill to be able to do it with archery, but the eastern bird is one of the hardest ones to kill, so that's a challenge. So all the ones that are able to do it, my hat goes out to them.
Yeah, I've often told myself if I ever did any turkey hunting, that's the way I would like to do it is with a bow, but I've never really turkey hunted. Come close to going a couple times with some friends, but never really got to go. I mean, you was talking before the show, and you was telling me that if you're gonna try, it's best to do it with a gun first and learn the birds and
you need to learn
how
the
they
birds.
act.
Yeah, you need to learn them because each species act a little bit different. They're all still wild game, but I always recommend for people to go out and try it with a shotgun, see how the birds react, learn what they do, and then you can take archery and that's a top skill there.
Learn the basics first, then move into the.
Well, they always said if turkeys could smell, you'd never kill one.
They might not can smell very good, but by gosh, they got some eyesight, don't they?
They do in hearing. They sure do.
They can. I've sat in a deer stand, had them come out on me before, and just barely wiggle. They catch me and gone. But we're going to take you to your Nome's Tech Tip, and we'll be back right after this.
Here's another Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Tech Tip, brought to you by Nome's Pawn and Gun in Jonesboro.
Come to the biggest little store around, Nome's Pawn and Gun in Jonesboro, Louisiana. Diamonds, jewelry, guns, big screen TVs, tools, and a whole lot more. Purchase a scope, Nome's will mount it free of charge. Free bore sighting, 0% down and no interest on 12 months, same as cash. Nome's has been in business for 30 years. Nome's Pawn and Guns, where you get everything from diamonds to double barrels. 418 Allen Avenue in Jonesboro, Louisiana. Welcome to Southern Outdoors Tech Tip. We are a little less than 2 weeks away from opening the turkey season. So here's a couple decoy tips and tactics. Fields and Planet Wildlife openings figure predominantly into any turkey hunter strategy. Birds will often head into the fields to feed, and toms prefer to strut in open areas where it's easier to be seen. Set up just inside the woods where you can remain concealed, but have a good field of view to spot approaching birds. If using decoys, establish a clear line of vision for at least 100 yards, and then place them at least a set distance about 20 yards from your position, so that you can tell when the bird is within shotgun range. Decoy safety strategies: never transport decoys uncovered. Many of the new decoys fold up for easy storage in a turkey vest. Make sure the decoy's head is not sticking out of your vest. Always set up against a tree that is taller than your head and wider than your shoulders. Establish a clear line of vision for at least 100 yards and then set up the decoy 20 yards from your position on the line. If you see another hunter, call out in a loud, clear voice to alert them of your position. Never wave or make turkey sounds to alert another hunter. Always check carefully that no one is stalking your decoys before leaving your position. Good luck this turkey season. Hope these tips help you bag that thunder chicken of a lifetime.
Let's get back to more on the outdoors way of life with the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5.
You'll be able to go to Nebraska and Lincoln, Nebraska, and that way you'll be able to go to the State of Games of America, and you'll be able to compete there in 2015. Louisiana was the 32nd state to pick up the state games. So it's something that's big, where it started out where they had 4 or 5 different Olympic style deals to now they have 60 plus different categories that you can. This year they're going to have a 5K road race. baseball, softball, boxing, beach volleyball, golf, tennis, swimming, track and field, basketball, disc golf, and all that'll be held in May. So everybody needs to come out and give it a try.
That's going to be an exciting event. They're going to have all kinds of sports involved with that, right?
They do, and when you go to the America, you once you get through the state and you qualify to go to the America State Games, they have a list of, it's basically like an amateur Olympics is what it is, and you'll get to just about everything: powerlifting, arm wrestling,
any kind of sports that they got going on. You're going just like Olympics.
And they light the flame just like they do. They have guest speakers like Jackie Joyner Kersey came on a couple of years and she lit the thing. And I'm not sure who the guest will be in Nebraska this year, but it's something new that we're trying to bring into Louisiana.
Well, that's going to be real exciting to having that come to Louisiana, and especially part of it being right here in North Louisiana, over there in West Monroe at the Sheriff's Range. That's going to be nice. Well, tell us a little bit about, we was talking about 3D archery outside a while ago. What's been going on with NELA?
We've been having pretty good shoots. We've been averaging around 100 people coming and shooting. We need to get some more people out. You know, in the early around 1990s, 92, we averaged about 200-something shooters that came out. And this ranges from children from 4 years, and we have some all the way up to 80 years old to come out and shoot. And it's a list of 20. It has 20 targets, and you go out and you range the targets and you shoot them. And something new that we're probably trying to work in to the state games is a known class, where you can take your rangefinder. A lot of people I really can't judge distance that well, so we're trying to implement a known class where you could come in and you can use your rangefinder and shoot.
Well, that's good. We'll talk about that more when we come back from our Good Things Fishing Report.
Welcome to Hickson Ford in Monroe. The switch is on to Ford, and here are some satisfied Hickson customers to tell you why.
This is my 5th truck I bought from Hickson. They always seem to give me the best deal.
Yeah, I've been a Hickson customer for a while, so it's time to purchase a new car. I knew exactly where to go.
If you're looking for the best deal in town and you want to buy a Ford truck, you need to come see Hickson. They have it.
Hickson has it.
If you're looking for great prices, great selection, and great service after the sale, come see us at Hickson Ford.
Hickson has it.
On the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoor Show, it's time now for the Fishing Report, brought to you by Good Things in West Monroe.
Good Things of West Monroe has that one-of-a-kind gift. Whether you're looking for rustic hunting or western decor, purses, dresses, or contour tees, ready for Mardi Gras? Good Things has boas, masks, and beads. They can even special order that hard-to-find item. Good Things, 3001 Cypress Street, West Monroe, or on Facebook at Good Things Gifts.
Welcome to Southern Outdoors Fishing Report. On Caney Lake, bass are still being caught on plastic worms, fishing on the humps. Crappie are being caught on shiners up in the coves. On Lake Claiborne, crappie are being caught on shiners and jigs out from the dam. Bass continue to be slow, but should start improving with the weather warming up. Lake Darbone, crappie are still hitting jigs and shiners in the channels near the bottom. Bass continues to be slow, but should start improving with the weather warming up. Ouachita River, bass fishing has begun to pick up using plastic worms. Crappie is still hitting on shiners in the deep holes. And this has been your Southern Outdoors Fishing Report.
Welcome back to your Southern Outdoors Show. We want to take this time to thank Nomi's Pawn and Gun, located in Jonesboro, Louisiana. Go see Sonny. He can get you anything from diamonds to double barrels. So Dan, we was talking about the 3D archery when we went off there a while ago, and talking about the known distance. Now, I've shot quite a bit of archery tournaments and the ASA, and they have the known distance in the ASA, but I've never really seen any of the local clubs do anything with the known distances.
We've tried to implement it in NELA, trying to do the known, and there's a little small problem with doing known classes because the majority of the classes are unknown. And so if you have a known class, and you have unknown class, you have people mingled in because you kind of come at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and you could come whenever and shoot. And as long as you're signed up by 1:30, you'll be able to shoot. But when you have unknown class and known class shooting together, then numbers start getting, and it makes it a little unfair for the ones that are trying to do right. So that's something that I shoot, actually, the known 45 in ASA. The last time I shot in ASA, and I really enjoyed it because the atmosphere was different.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happens, you get out there with unknown, it's all quiet, and it gets kind of boring at times.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk and joke because they're real serious. They're trying to judge their yardage. So I happened to try it one time and to shoot the known class. Well, they give you a piece of paper with all the
yardages marked on it,
and plus you can range it, and by the rules, you have to, if someone asks you what you got on your rangefinder, you have to tell them, I got 36 yards.
Right.
And everybody knows the yardage, so you're all laughing and joking and having a good time.
You don't have that serious concentration time where each shooter is standing there with their 2 minutes trying to figure out exactly how far the target is, before they get ready to shoot. That's just relaxed and talking about the hunt we went on last weekend, or the one you're going on this next hunting season.
Well, sometimes we talk about turkey hunting, we talk about deer hunting, we have a good time, we talk about bows.
More relaxed environment. I've shot a few of the the ASAs, and you have that known day and unknown day, and I always enjoyed the known day. But what always happened to me, I always wound up trying to shoot for nothing but 14s, and wind up tanking, if you know what I mean. But now and 14s is not legal this year, right?
No, they let that go. But the thing about it is, on the known class, I actually feel better shooting an unknown than I do a known, because if you know exactly how far it is, you're kind of tempted to go for that 12. But if you're an unknown, you kind of put it in the 10. And if you're off a yard or two, it'll drift down in a 12. So sometimes I shoot a lot better in an unknown class than I do a known. But just the atmosphere with people getting along is a lot better.
I know I've enjoyed shooting 3 archery for a very long time. I haven't done a whole lot this year or even last year. And I've been telling myself when we get out there. Me and Brandon's been so busy with work and the show and different things going on that really hadn't had the opportunity to get out there with y'all. But looking forward to it in the near future, hopefully.
I'm just glad to see that we're having it around 100 shooters a weekend come out and shoot. And we've shortened our season down a little bit, where each club, there's 4 clubs in Nela, which is Bastrop, Okaloosa, Tupau, and Centerpoint. And we reduced it to 3 shoots this year. And we're going to have our championship in the middle of June instead of at the end of July, to kind of give people, they have baseball and graduations, and they want to go on vacations, and they want to do things. And Nela, the way to fit it all in with the shooter of the year, we had shoots every Saturday and for basically 6 months, and it was burning people out. So I came in and talked with the board to try to shrinking it down a little bit to see if, give people weekends off and let them go do their family things.
And that's probably what's boosted the participation a little bit, with the season being shorter, having some break weekends in there. I know in years past, you get all tied up in trying to go for that shooter of the year and wanting to be at every tournament. And the next thing you know, all summer's done gone, and you actually hadn't took a vacation. You concentrated nothing every weekend but on 30 yards.
Well, that's what happened to us last year.
It shortens it up and gives everybody a chance to get their 30 archery done, and then you still got some summer left to do taking vacations and things.
You do, but the thing about Nela, the reason I enjoy it so much is because it's a family thing. We have more families coming in, the wives, the husband, the kids. They're all going out. Some women walk, they do the score, but they eventually get them a bow. We have a couple ladies that have been walking with their kids the last year or so, and now they're talking about getting them a bow and going out and trying it. So it's a family thing.
Brandon, when Brandy used to go with me and walk with me and my group and visit with us, have a good time, hang out with us, cut up, and she started shooting at the house, started shooting her bow a little bit at the house. So I hadn't actually got her to bring it and shoot a tournament with it. She enjoys it more just shooting me and her shooting around the house, but before that she wasn't even picking up a bow. All she really cared about was gun hunting and fishing.
Yeah,
but she picked up a bow and started shooting it a little bit. So I'll get her talked into it one day and get her out there with me.
Well, my wife and I got into it, and we tried to get our kids involved. And usually the kids want to be involved, and then the parents kind of slowly come on, but it was opposite with us, and we finally got our kids involved. And it's fun. You know, you go out and you shoot, and it usually doesn't take a couple of hours to do it. And it's not like you have to be there on Saturday at 10 o'clock. You can sign up 7:30 in the morning, all the way till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Our cutoff's at 1:30, but if someone calls and they're running a little behind, we're a little flexible on that, and they can bring their family and have a good time.
It's having a set time is just try to get people to try to stay within that set time. And like you said, everybody's going to be running late, traffic, getting a bind, be a little bit behind, and the clubs try to accommodate them.
That's right.
Well, we're going to take you to your Hickson break, and we'll be back right after this.
Hickson is celebrating March Madness. Hickson has a huge selection of certified and pre-owned BMWs, Fords, cars, trucks, and SUVs of all makes and models. We have great prices, great selection, and multiple finance options. Bring in your tax refund and get the one you want today. Come see us at 1201 Louisville Avenue. Hickson has it.
If you're looking for great prices, great selection, and great service after the sale, come see us at Hickson Ford.
Hickson has it.
Nichols is Louisiana's hunting and fishing headquarters with a wide selection of scopes, guns, feeders, deer attractants, climbers, blinds, and more. You can find Nichols in the Shoppers Village off Highway 167 in Winfield, and they're open Monday through Saturday from 8 to 6 and Sunday from noon to 5.
Let's get back to more on the Outdoors Way of Life with the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5.
And welcome back to your Southern Outdoor Show. We'd like to take this time to thank our title sponsor, Hickson Autoplex on Louisville Avenue in Monroe. Buddy, Gary, and the whole team. You need a new ride to get you back and forth from the woods? Go see them at Hickson and Monroe. They hooked Brandy up with her new truck, and she loves it. She loves that truck, so they'll make you a good deal over there. Well, we've been talking a little bit about 3D archery, NELA, and the Louisiana State Games is coming up. Very exciting event right there. Going to be a lot of different sports involved with that. But also, we talked earlier about turkey season coming up. Youth and physically challenged hunt this weekend. We also got the 19th annual Memorial Uncle Earl's Hog Dog Trials coming up on March 19th through the 23rd. The largest hog dog event in the world. You'll have dogs and trainers from all over the world participating in this event. And it goes on, starts on the night, like I said, starts on the 19th. They'll have different dogs running each day, all the way down to Sunday. And Sunday's when you'll have High Point and Best of the Best, which that's my favorite event is Best of the Best, because that's when you'll see the best dogs from the whole competition, the highest scores, the whole competition compete for the overall winner. And that's where you'll see your best dogs. Have you ever been to Uncle Earl's?
I hadn't. How exactly does it work? Do they take the dogs and they just bay them, and they just?
It's actually a timed event for the dogs, and what it is, they'll turn you'll have the owner, a trainer going there with his dog, and he'll be holding his dog, and he'll call for to release the hog. The hog will come out, and when the hog gets where he wants to turn his dog loose, then he releases his dog, and the clock will start, and his dog has to contain and keep that hog contained for 2 minutes without looking out, without letting the hog run. And if he does run, that's fine, but he just has to stop it. And they got different little things they're looking at and with deduct points. So, and whoever has the highest score over the 2 minutes. And then on the Best of the Best is basically be the high scores in all the divisions competing against the best of the best. And once you get to that level, they add a minute to it. And if it's still tied at the end of that, they'll add a minute to that. You could get up to where your dog is having to contain that hog for 4 and 5 minutes. I've seen it get up to 5 minutes, and that's when the I don't know what to say, the polishness of the dog really comes out.
So after the 2 minutes, they just let the hog go. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, when 2 minutes is up and they call your dog, they call it's time, then you go in there and get your dog, and they'll let put the hog back in the chutes.
Okay, I see.
It's very exciting if you know anything about hog dogs, or if you that's a working dog. If you you do anything with dogs, to just watch the dogs and what they can do. This event they'll have vendors from anything you can think of down there. I've seen household decor stuff down there. I mean, all kinds of stuff, scopes, any kind of hunting supplies you want to find, they'll have it down there. There'll be all kinds of hog dog gear, tack trailers and stuff, they'll be down there with all kinds of hog dog gear, tracking collars, tracking systems, clothes, knives, just, all kinds of stuff. So you'll be vendors everywhere. Food, man, you wouldn't believe some of the food you'll eat down there. Food cooked at campsites, just people cooking over the campfires. Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, they have a tent set up every year, and they usually got something real good cooking. Some good cooks working for Wildlife and Fisheries, so they'll usually have something good cooking. But on Wednesday, March 19th, is they'll have the Puppy Bay. That's up to 12 months of age. They'll have on Thursday they'll have the 1-dog competition. On Friday they'll have the first round of the 2-dog. And on Saturday, they have the second round of the 2-dog competition with the Youth Bay and the finals of the 2-dog. And on Sunday, that morning, they have a church in the rodeo arena, and then they'll have the High Point Bay-Offs and the best of the best. And like I said, that to me is if you can only come to see Uncle Rose one day, my opinion, that's the day to come, because you're going to see the top competition down there, the best dogs. Not saying that any other day won't be great, because it will, because you'll have the best dogs in the world down there. But if you want to see the best that came, that's the day to come. Great event. Southern Outdoors team will be down there. Z107.5 will be down there. There's going to be all kinds of things going on. They're going to do the campfire cook-off again this year. We actually competed in that last year, and I'm not going to go into talking about my cabbage again. But didn't win, but we did compete. Had a great time with that. Just really looking forward to going back down there again this year. Y'all ought to try it out.
That's going to be the 19th?
19th through the 23rd. March 19th through the 23rd. It's just barely over a week away.
Yeah, the 22nd of March is when Centerpoint is having their 3D shoot. And also, it's going to be an ASA state qualifier.
Oh, big event going on there.
Big event.
Also, turkey season opened up that day.
That's right. That's right.
Got a lot of turkey hunters shoot 3D archery. So.
And I didn't pay attention when we were doing the scheduling because.
I was wondering if you just missed that, because you're not going to get the turkey hunt that day, are you?
Well, we might. Might be just a little late.
I hear you. Something always interferes with your favorite thing sometimes, because I know you in 3D archery, that's one of your favorite things, but I know turkey hunting is right up there with the top of them. So
it is. It's one of my favorite, but I would imagine I'm gonna probably miss it Saturday, because Kim will have to be doing the counter, and I'm not gonna leave her there by herself doing the counter while I'm off turkey hunting.
Yeah. She's probably gonna appreciate that.
Yeah, I might just have to take her another day. That way we'll both go together.
All right, we're going to take you to your archery break, and we'll be back after this.
On the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoor Show, it's time now for your archery talk.
Welcome to Southern Outdoors Archery Talk. This past weekend, Bastard Bowhunters had their 3D archery tournament, and over 80 shooters turned out for the shoot. And this is how they stacked up. Jackson Lowry, Pee Wee class, 174 for first. Caleb Johnson, 165 for second. Nathan Wright, 138 for third. Cubs class, Kyle Belmont, 186 for first. Trace Barnett, 173 for second. Case Farr, the 164 for third. Youth class, Nathan Humphrey, 176 for first. Austin Walker, 147 for second, and Kevin Green with a 135 for third. Traditional class, David Taylor, 185 for first, David Calloway, 184 for second, and Sue Peridot, 166 for third. Advanced Traditional, Mike Simmons with a 192 for first, Bob Peridot with a 183 for second, and Mike Uchley with a 154 for third. Women's Youth, Mackenzie Farr with a 204 for first. Women's Bowhunter, Nikki Hall, 206 for first. Chelsea Reed, 198 for second. And Nancy Goodry with a 194 for third. Women's Open, Abby Fletcher with a 208 for first. Tori Sims with a 192 for second. And Lisa Lowry with a 169 for third. Novice class, Zach Crimes with a 202 for first, Glenn Dunn 188 for second, and Joseph Tatum with a 176 bringing in third. Bow hunter class, Jacob St. John with a 206 for first, Brian Tucker with a 202 for second, and Greg Arnold with a 193 for third. Bow hunter outlaw class, Daniel Bryan with a 192 for first, James Brantley 188 for second, and Terry Larry with a 161 bringing in third. Open class, Bradley Post with a 206 for first, Jerry Ritzinger with a 202 for second, and Brian Jones with a 202 for third. Senior open class, Kenny Ambrose, 200 for first, Marcel Ronquillo, 194 for second, and Ronnie Sims with a 166 for third. Pro class, Jason Daniels with a 216 bringing in first, Lathan Shivers, 209 for second, and Richard Freeland with a 198 for third. Coming up this weekend, it will be the Two-Paw Bowman on March 15th. So y'all come out and sling some airs with us. And this has been your Southern Outdoors Archery Talk.
I'm from the south where we party all night, back in the woods where the mud never
Louisiana Swiner's Outdoors second annual Wild Boar Roundup, April 9th through the 12th, Natchitoches Fairgrounds, hog dog teams only, 5 divisions and up to $6,200 cash payout. Weigh-in Saturday at 2 p.m. Cody Cook and the Bayou Outlaws take the stage at 8. Food, fun, kids games, door prizes, and hog dogging. For more information on rules, regulations, and deadlines, email LouisianaSwiners@yahoo.com or check out their Facebook page at Louisiana Swiner's Outdoors.
Now back to the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5. It's not just hunting, it's a way of life.
Welcome back to Southern Outdoors. And we'd like to take this time to thank Z's Secret Sausage Sauce. It's not just sausage, it's a great dipping for any grilled meats. And it's great as a marinade. Check them out at CastleValleySauces.com. You know, Dan, while we was on break there, we was listening to the music behind a commercial for Louisiana Swiner's second annual Wild Boar Roundup, and that was Cody Cook. He's the writer of our theme song, and a great band. I don't know if you've ever met him, but he's a great guy. He's just a good old redneck, just like the rest of us. But he was actually going to be playing live at the Louisiana Swiner's Outdoor second annual Wild Boar Roundup on April 9th through 12th in 2014 at Natchitoches Fairgrounds. This is basically a 10 hog stringer. Bring your biggest 10 hogs you catch between the 9th through the 12th at 2 o'clock, and they start weighing at 2 o'clock, and whoever has the biggest stringer wins the pot. You got 5 divisions. You got the biggest 10 hog stringer, the biggest boar, biggest bar, biggest sow, and the biggest tusk division, which actually started today. You get a whole month of hunting for the biggest tusk, and that's going to be an exciting hunt. Also,
you get to hunt all month
for the biggest tusk.
For the biggest tusk.
For the biggest tusk, you get to hunt all month. But the actually 10 hog stringer, biggest boar, biggest bar, and biggest sow don't actually start till April the 9th, the morning of April the 9th.
So you have that day to do it.
You have the 9th through the 12th.
9 through 12.
You can hunt all the way up to 2 o'clock, but you got to be there for the weigh-in. You got to be there in line at 2 o'clock for the weigh-in. But there's going to be some. I know of, I know hog hunters all over the place, and there's going to be some top-notch hog dogs, woods dogs out here in this competition, and some top-notch hog hunters, and it's going to be a real fun event, especially in the evening time when it starts getting close to 8 o'clock, because Cody Cook's going to take the stage live. Cody Cook and the Bayou Outlaws, so that's going to be exciting time.
What does it cost to sign up?
Entry fee for your team is $450. $450 for the whole team. It's a 4-man team with a possibility of 2 alternates, or 2 helpers, they call them. Just a great event. Really looking forward to it. They're going to have all kinds of kids' games and activities for the kids to do while we have to weigh in. But it's going to be a big event coming up.
Sounds fun.
And April's a lot of stuff around hogs happening right now. Got Uncle Earl's and the hog band inside the pen, and you got Louisiana Swiner's Outdoors with the woods hunt. So you got a lot of stuff going on with hogs.
Yeah, they need to catch all they can.
I agree with you. I love hog hunting, and that's what I spent my weekend doing is looking for some hog signs to actually do some hunting. But wound up, like I said, finding mostly turkey signs. I guess I was looking in the wrong spot. But if I was a turkey hunter, I'd know right where to go. right where to go. But,
I don't like the hogs because they mess up the turkey nest.
They do that.
The eggs up.
They eat
tear
the turkey.
property up.
They run your deer off. They're just a nuisance animal, but they are fun and exciting to hunt, especially with dogs. If you've never done that, that is a treat. That's a treat. No dogs get to baying and get one jumped up and they get the sucker bayed up, and you running through the woods trying to get to it. Get there and you got a big old 300-pound boar bayed up over there with cutters sticking out this far, and you got to get that hog caught, boy. The adrenaline starts pumping.
Yeah, I'm all about that, watching the dogs, but I'm not grabbing one of those hogs.
I got a couple buddies that we actually went on a hog hunt with us, and it's the exact same thing they said. I'll go with you. I'll help you hold the dogs, but I ain't touching that hog. They can be dangerous. You know about my fingers. I got my fingers bit off by a hog one time. Luckily, they was able to get them reattached. They don't look real pretty right now, but I did get them back. That was a plus.
Now, what do they do with the hogs when they catch them?
What we do depends on what's going on. Sometimes they'll take the hogs and sell them to someone else who wants them to feed out and have them processed. Some of them will put them in a pen and use for training your dogs. Some of the guys actually take them to. There's a couple of places that you can go and you can take them to and sell them to a guy who's got a hog hunting ranch, if you will, a property just like deer, and sell them to them to put on their ranch, depending on what size they are. There's a lot of different things they can do with them. Mainly, what I do with the ones we catch is I feed them out, process them, put them in the freezer. Got one right now in the pen that Brenda's daddy caught. I wasn't involved on that, but we take our dogs over and train them on him a little bit. But mainly we put them in the freezer. So
you're going to participate in this hog baying?
Yep. I will be participating with a team that invited me to be on their team. So looking forward to that.
Do you have dogs?
I have a couple. My dogs are not finished dogs yet. They're just in the training process. They're still puppies. But hopefully I can get him. I had one of them in the woods with me this weekend, and he looked good. He did some hunting. He looked good, and just get him out there with some more finished dogs who really know what they're doing, so he can start catching on. But looking forward to this event. It's going to be a great event. We're going to take you to your Mountain Man Bible verse break, and we'll be back after this.
Well, the good book says it's all I know it's true. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You better watch where you go and remember where you've been. That's the way I see it. I'm a simple man.
This is the Mountain Man Bible Verse, brought to you by Brown's Landing on the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show.
Brown's Landing on Caney Lake serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Mondays, it's Shrimp Po' Boys. Tuesdays and Fridays, 3-piece fish. Thursday night, 6-piece fried shrimp. Friday night, 4-piece fried fish. Saturday night, ribeye steak night. Brown's Landing has fuel for your boat, tackle, live bait, 50-amp RV spots, and boat launch. Check them out at facebook.com/Brown's Landing. Open 7 days a week, 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and Friday and Saturday, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m.
All right, y'all, listen up. Today's verse comes from Matthew chapter 5, verse 38 and verse 39. Goes like this right here. You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I tell you not to resist an evil person, but whoever slaps you on the right cheek, turn the other to him also. You know, this day and time, sometimes that's hard to do, but in the end, the Lord handles it. You know, in war out there, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You know, it's hard to turn the other cheek in war. But out here in life, the way we live, that's what we're supposed to do.
That's what you have to do. Sometimes you just have to bite your tongue, and sometimes maybe bite it off, and, realize that in the end, God is the final judge of character, not you. So, give it to the good Lord and let him do his will with it.
That's right. I don't want to see you and Todd swinging at each other no more now. Y'all get the Bible out and check that out.
He's just joking now. We ain't all like that.
Okay, that verse was Matthew chapter 5, verse 38. and 39. Look it up.
Let's get back to more on the Outdoors Way of Life with the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5.
Welcome back to your Southern Outdoors Show, and we'd like to take this time to thank Brown's Landing on Caney Lake. They're a one-stop shop for fishing supplies. You can get your fishing tackle, fuel up your boat, fill up right at the water, and get some fuel for your belly. Check out their fish sandwich. That's my favorite. All right, Dan, we've been talking about a lot today, but we're going to kind of ease back into the turkey hunting, because I want you to tell me some of your tricks for turkey hunting. As like I said, you obviously have plenty of trophies on the wall.
Well, I can tell you, you learn every year how to turkey hunt, because when you think you have them mastered, they'll get you. But you know, right after the World War II, Louisiana has the eastern wild turkey, and the population was at its lowest point right after World War II. In 1946, they said it was reported that it was only 14 isolated flocks, totaling less than 1,500 wild turkeys remained throughout the state. And the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, with National Wildlife Turkey Federation and landowners, they all go in and they took birds and they moved birds and they trapped them, restocked them, and now they brought them in. And most people don't know that the eastern wild turkey is the largest game bird native to Louisiana. Gobblers, which is the male bird, they average between 17 to 25 pounds. And the hen, which is the female bird, average between 8 and 11 pounds. And a jake, which I don't particularly care to shoot, they're the in between. The
teenagers, if you will.
They're the teenagers,
yeah.
That's right. And what's funny is last year, that's what seemed to be coming out with me was the jakes. And I enjoy watching them and learning, but I hate bringing a jake in and sitting there and like, oh, I'm not going to shoot, because you've just taught that bird a lot.
You schooled him.
You schooled him. And that's what makes them, to me, and a lot of people that you talk to that actually turkey hunt, they'll tell you that the eastern turkey is probably the hardest one to kill.
And that's what we have here in Louisiana.
That's right.
I've often heard that before with turkey hunters that I know that, you know, you get the opportunity to call a bird in. It's usually going to happen once. You may call him in the second time, but you won't. If you don't if you mess it up the second time, you won't get another opportunity, because they learn so fast your tactics and your calling technique to where they just ignore it.
And the reason why you see a lot of turkey hunters and they have 4 or 5 different turkey calls, it's kind of like going fishing. You have several different baits that you throw out. It's what that bird is wanting to hear that day.
Right.
You know, they can go out, and I've changed from a slate call to maybe a glass call or a mouth call or sometimes a box call, and that little bit of rasp, something that triggers them to do something.
Sometimes just that little bit of tone, just a change in tone would be what takes to get him in there.
Sometimes does it.
Reading over turkey tips and the things, that's one of the tips they've always said. I always said, have multiple calls. Always take multiple calls with you. If one's not working, don't be afraid to put it down and grab another one.
That's right. Most time I have 2. I have 2 calls, and I'll use 2 different sticks. Sometimes I'll use one slate call, and I have 2 different sticks, a rosewood and it makes different sounds. And sometimes it'll sound like you have 2 hens, and that gobbler, he's going to be more attracted to 2 or 3 than just one. So
that's
sometimes
right.
I try to trick them myself and making different
them
sounds.
turkeys are smart animals, ain't they?
You know, to have such an ugly head and a small brain, they are smart.
they are. And we're going to take it to your B&L Marine calendar, and we'll be back after this.
Welcome to Hickson Ford in Monroe. The switch is on the Ford, and here are some satisfied Hickson customers to tell you why.
This is my 5th truck I bought from Hickson. They always seem to give me the best deal.
Yeah, I've been a Hickson customer for a while, so when it was time to purchase a new car, I knew exactly where to go.
If you're looking for the best deal in town and you want to buy a Ford truck, you need to come see Hickson. They have it.
Hickson has it.
If you're looking for great prices, great selection, and great service after the sale, come see us at Hickson Ford.
Hickson has it.
Nichols is Louisiana's hunting and fishing headquarters with a wide selection of scopes, guns, feeders, deer attractants, climbers, blinds, and more. You can find Nichols in the Shoppers Village off Highway 167 in Winfield, and they're open Monday through Saturday from 8 to 6 and Sunday from noon to 5.
On the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show, now it's time for the Outdoor Calendar, brought to you by B&L Marine. Ready to hit the water? Need that perfect boat? Well, B&L Marine in Monroe has you covered. Check out the HD16 PFC stick steering panfish crappie boat with 40-horse Yamaha outboard, trolling motor, and depth finder and trailer. Or the H17 PFC high-performance crappie boat with front and rear live wells and 115 Yamaha outboard. And B&L Marine has high-performance bass boats, 17, 18, or 19 foot, loaded to your liking. 5-year warranty on all Yamaha outboards with 2 years extended past the original 3-year warranty. That's B&L Marine. Check them out on Facebook or stop by 110 Old Bastrop Road, Monroe.
Welcome to your Southern Outdoors event calendar. This Friday on March 14th, you have the Whitetails Unlimited Ouachita Parish Chapter Banquet, fundraiser for the Ouachita Parish 4-H shooting sports. March 14th through 16th, Sin-Life Bowbenders 3D Archery Tournament. On March 15th, you have the Hoot and Holler 3D Archery Tournament in Bossier City. Also on March 15th, 2 Paul Bowman 3D Archery Shoot. On March 16th, you have the Red Shoot Shooting Sports 3D Archery Tournament on Barksdale Air Force Base. March 19th through the 23rd, Uncle Earl's 19th Annual Hog Dog Trials in Winfield, Louisiana. On March 22nd, National Wild Turkey Federation Hunting Heritage Banquet in Winfield, Louisiana at the Winfield Civic Center. On March 22nd, Central Mississippi Archery is having the Mississippi ASA State Qualifier. On March 28th through 30th, the ASA Hoyt Archery Tuscaloosa Pro-Am Archery Tournament. April 12th is the weigh-in for the Louisiana Swiner's Outdoor Wild Boar Roundup with Cody Cook and the Bayou Outlaws performing live. And also remember, turkey season is coming up. Area A, March 22nd through April 20th. Area B, March 22nd through April 13th. Area C, also March 22nd through April 6th. Private land youth and physically challenged hunt, March 15th and 16th. Open in all 3 areas. Spring squirrel season will be May 3rd through May 25th. Just remember, spring squirrel season is closed in Kisatchie National Forest, U.S. Army Corps of Engineering Properties, and some state wildlife management areas. Check your wildlife management area season schedules. And this is Simeon, your Southern Outdoors event calendar.
Now back to the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5. It's not just hunting, it's a way of life.
And welcome back to Southern Outdoors. We want to take this time to thank Good Things Gift Shop. This is Brandy's favorite shop. You can get rustic and outdoorsy interior decor and a whole lot more. So y'all go check them out. We was talking on before we went into break about turkey hunting, and I think you got a little story you want to tell me about it.
Well, there's several stories. You know, you always, like I said earlier, you always learn every time. If someone says, "Oh, I know all about turkey hunting," don't go with them, because you learn something every time you go. Now, I've been doing it for several years now, and every year I go, I learn something. I learned something that I did do right, and more that you didn't do right. One thing is how far the turkeys are away. You know, if they're up on the roost and they gobbling, they turn their heads. Sometimes it seems like they're a mile away, and you get up there, and that's the number one thing, is getting too close. But there's nothing like in the springtime getting out early in the morning, hearing the birds chirp, and then listening to the gobblers gobble all out in the distance. I can't think of anything hunting that's any more relaxing than that.
I was talking to someone the other day, and they told me the exact same thing. Is that there's no other sound in the outdoors that will just run chills down your spine of enjoyment is when you hear that gobbler just cut loose.
You know, I can show up in the mornings, and I can, as long as I hear one gobble, that's made my turkey hunt for the day. You know, it's work getting to them, but as long as you hear them gobble, it's a great hunt.
We're going to take you to Z's Secret Sausage Sauce Recipe of the Week, and we'll be back after this.
On the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show, it's time now for the recipe of the week, brought to you by Z's Secret Sausage Sauce.
All right, folks, it's here. Football season, hunting season, and yes, grilling season. For grilling season, get the world's only sausage sauce. And it's bottled in West Monroe. The well-kept secret your neighbors have been hiding. What is it? It's Z's Secret Sausage Sauce. Created specially for smoked sausage. Available just about everywhere. So when you fire up the grill, get your Z's on. And thanks for supporting local companies. From the makers of Z's Secret Sausage Sauce.
On your Southern Outdoors recipe of the week this week, we have David's Cheddar Brats. Grilled pineapple basted with a mix of Z's Secret Sausage Sauce and honey. Grill your cheddar brats and place on a lightly grilled bun. Drizzle with Z's and cubed grilled pineapple. You can also add red and green onions and jalapenos if you would like. Recommended with Z's baked beans and potato salad. And this has been your so good Southern Outdoors recipe of the week.
Let's get back to more on the outdoors way of life with the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5.
And welcome back to Southern Outdoors. I'm your host, Todd Causey. We'd like to take this time to thank Ben-El Marine, where you can go for all of your boating needs, fishing boats, ski boats, and marine equipment and supplies. Whatever you need, go check out Ben-El Marine. All right, Dan, back to the little turkey we was talking about a while ago. You was talking about, every time you go, you learn something new, and we was talking about the turkey gobbling, how it sounds. Well, I thought of a little story I was going to tell you. My father-in-law was actually, we had a stand set up, and he was actually deer hunting this year, and on the stand well before daylight, of course, and he's sitting there, and just about break of day, a turkey was actually roosted in a tree about 10 or 15 yards behind him, and that sucker come down off his roost, and he said when it did, it felt like the woods was coming apart.
Yeah, sometimes their wingspan seems like it's 20 foot wide, and especially the way the sun shines, if you're down there and they fly down, it'll shock you a little bit.
Yeah, just talking about this weekend, I was out looking for hog signs and found a whole bunch of turkey tracks and turkey scratchings in the woods. Some big tracks, and it was exciting. It was exciting because most of it was over in. I was actually on a hunting club and going in a bunch of different areas trying to find the hogs, But actually, everywhere I found the turkeys was pretty much in my areas. Actually, seen some crossing the road. Dirt road, if you will. I'm on the lease on Saturday. I think 2 or 3. I can't remember exactly, but it was 2 or 3 of them. They went around the curve and then they came back. So I actually seen 6 birds, but I was thinking it was the same 3. They crossed the road and then went down the ditch and then came back across. But that was exciting. Didn't see any hogs. Found a bunch of good hog tracks. Got some corn out for the hogs. Try to get them reined in so I can put the dogs on them and get some hogs caught. But this weekend, the youth and physically challenged turkey hunt, 15th and 16th. Gonna be a lot of people in the woods doing some turkey hunting. Hog hunters out there, we always try to respect all the other hunters and don't want to run into and go in hunting where somebody else is doing any turkey hunt, especially this time of year.
Well,
most of the time there's not a lot of people in the woods, but you gotta those few weeks in the end of March and the first part of April, you get turkey hunters out there, and they're all over the place. You try to know where you're going and know that there's no turkeys in that area.
Yeah, and you got to watch the baiting too.
The what?
If you're baiting for hogs,
yeah.
Turkey hunters, they have to pretty much know where to stay away from.
That's right. That's right. 'Cause it's illegal to take a turkey over any kind of bait.
That's correct.
And I know during deer season, I've got many pictures of them coming in, eating my corn, my rice bran, whatever else I throw out there. 6 or 7 of them out there in a picture, just gobbling up my corn. They nice to look at, but turkeys can wipe out some corn in a hurry.
Yeah, they can.
So what's coming up this weekend with Needle?
We have Tupaw, which is the Washita Pierce Rifle Range. They'll be shooting this Saturday, and next Saturday, which will be the 22nd, we'll be at Center Point, which is in Simsboro, Louisiana. And then we're going to have an off day. We're going to have an off weekend because ASA, we don't tend to schedule our shoots around the ASA in case some of the shooters want to go. And the end of March is going to be at Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And then the end of April, it'll be at Paris, Texas. And those are the two close ones that our local shooters go to.
Yeah, and ASA, that's a national pro-am tour. I mean, you will see all kinds of shooters at those shoots. I've shot many of them myself and really enjoy it.
It's a family atmosphere, you know. It's just something like we try to bring in, and ASA is all about family too. But the difference is shooting with NELA is you can shoot with your family at NELA, but when you shoot at ASAs or this region's archery that has just started, you shoot with your peers, but your family can walk with you and watch you shoot.
Right, it's more of a structured event.
That's right.
Everybody in the same class shoots together. Where in the NELA, the weekend tournaments here locally, you just come and shoot whenever you can with your family, whatever group you got.
I enjoy shooting ASAs, and the reason is because you meet people from all over the United States.
Yeah.
I shot in one a couple years ago, and in the group with me, there was a couple guys that were getting ready to go to the World Championship, and they were from Australia, New Zealand. They come in and shoot these, and to meet people from all over the world, it's pretty fun.
Yeah. Well, guys, this week we've talked a whole lot about a bunch of stuff. We've talked turkey hunting, we've talked 3D archery, we've talked hog hunting, we've talked hog baying. We've talked about a little bit of everything. But next week we'll have Miss Renee Jackson. She's the 2013 Best of the Best winner of Uncle Earl's with her dog Bud Light. She'll be in the studio with us next week on March 18th to talk about last year's win and what to expect this year. So really excited to have Miss Renee come in and be on the show with us. She's a very, very nice lady, and I'm telling you, she is one good hog dog trainer. She does a great job with all of her dogs. I've actually had a couple dogs that she trained, and they're top-notch dogs.
So even females get involved with
it. Yeah, there's just as many women involved with hog baying and hog hunting as there are men. It's not a gender specific sport. It's wild and crazy, and the women get right in there with us. So it's fun. We'd like to take this time to thank all of our listeners and fans out there tonight. Check us out on Facebook. You can download the Red Peach Radio app free for your iPhone and Android and listen to the show from your iPhone worldwide. Or go to the Z1075FM.com and listen to us live on your computer. I'm your host, Todd Causey, and remember, it's not just hunting, it's a way of life.
Listen every Tuesday at 6 p.m. for the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show with Brandy Watson and Todd Causey. Check out the website for SouthernOutdoorsRadio.com. Come on back next week at 6 p.m. for Hickson Ford's Southern Outdoors on Big Z Country, Z107.5.
Well, the boys around here don't listen to the Beatles run. Old Bo Cephas threw a jukebox needle at the honky-tonk where their boots stomp all night. What? That's right. Yeah, and what they call work a digging in the dirt. Gotta get it in the ground before the rain come down to get paid to get the girl in your four-wheel drive. Yeah, the boys around here drinking that ice-cold beer, talking about girls, talking about trucks, running them red dirt roads out, kicking up dust. The boys around here sending up a prayer to the man upstairs. Backwoods legit, don't take no lip. Chew tobacco, chew tobacco, chew tobacco spit.